This is something people have asked me. Like, they used to tell me, why are you allowing your daughter Taryn to do a service in your church every week?
Talk about this.
She can take your people. I say, that's my daughter you're talking about. There's a reason why I'm allowing her to do that.
Wow.
Because I'm preparing her for a next level. It is not a threat to me.
Wow.
It is not anything like that to me. I want her to succeed. This is going to bring problems. I said, no. Because already Taryn was just comfortable, my daughter to do Prophetess Taryn, she was just comfortable doing ministry here, doing ministry there, traveling, doing this and this. She never thought of establishing anything in that way.
Wow.
Then I called and I told her one day, like you're saying, I said, Mama T, it's time for you to have a church.
Wow.
He said, what, Papa? I don't want to do that. I said, it's time for you to have a church. If you don't have a church, your ministry will die.
Wow.
Because if you don't transition, you die.
Wow.
Because that season is over. She says, so Papa, what should I do? I said, start looking for a building. Not to rent, but to buy.
Wow.
So Mama T started looking around. They found something in what's that place called? Magic Mountain area. Santa Clarita. I think it was along those areas. She said, Papa, what is it? I was like, Then it also fell through.
Wow.
Then she called me. She says, Papa, you won't believe. I found an amazing building in Simi. I said, that is amazing.
Wow.
Says the land and how it is. It's an old church, and I think I shared something. We were talking about the name of the church and all these things, and she was going back and forth with me on it. And when they found this place, so amazing, this and this, she was like, Papa, you won't even believe. Because one thing I love about Mama T, if I tell her and her husband to close the church, they will close it.
Wow.
She won't even ask me any questions. She says, that's what you say, Papa, all right, it's done.
Wow.
So I told, Mama T told me, we found this, it's only like, you won't believe, it's less than 6 minutes away from the church.
This one.
I said, that is awesome. It's perfect.
Wow.
When people heard where her church was, they're like, you don't see she's trying to do this. I said, no. Why would she do that? Her audience is not my audience. She's my child.
Wow.
God has given her grace to have her own kind of people. Yes, people can cross over back and forth, but this is family.
That's
I
incredible.
don't understand where the concept of there should not be at least 20 radius miles of where your church is. It needs to be so far. Me, I didn't comprehend it.
Wow.
When they got the building, I went and I prayed with her and her husband and a few sons or daughters of theirs that are close. We prayed for the building, dedicated the building. One of the first services, I went there when they were having a prophetic meeting. I sit there. Sometimes I go and teach. She's always here. She's always there. But to so many people, it baffles them. And the reason why it baffles them is that most people who don't understand the pattern, they don't understand. The people Moses led belonged to Moses, and they died, all of them, just like Moses died.
My goodness.
Joshua went with a completely different generation that had nothing to do with Moses.
Yes.
They were just born of the grace that Moses possessed with the people that he was with.
Wow.
So the ones who crossed over with Joshua had no idea of the people before them or how they came out of Egypt. They just know that we were born in the wilderness.
Yes.
We are the children of transition. Now, the reason is that most of us, because we don't understand patterns, we don't also understand our message.